Hey, this is Mandy with Kincaid Special Creations. What I have here is a pumpkin sign from the Dollar Tree. It had a cardboard sign glued to the front of it, so I am just removing that here. It takes a little work, but it is doable. So I will get off the big chunks that I can, and then we will sand it with our sander. Next, I come in with my 180 grit sandpaper on my sander, and I'm just going to try to get that cardboard picture off. It seemed to have a few layers. It was the picture, it was a little bit of glue, so I kept just working with it until I got it all kind of really smooth so I could paint on it. Okay, so now I'm in my office and I chose a gray paint that I'm going to try to paint this board over with. I'm going to do front and back, and I end up doing two coats each before I can put my stencil on. This is why you do not hoard up paint, guys. The paint does not want to come out. It's chunky. I'm having trouble with it, so I'm going to have to try to either figure out how to get it out of there, scoop it out, or find a different paint. So here I go in with my dowel stick to try to unclog the hole. Because the paint bottle is full, I can tell there's stuff in there. But where it's old, it is chunky and it's leaving all this nastiness. So I'm going to have to reevaluate this. But first, I have to clean off all these chunks. I went through all the trouble to sand it smooth, to have a flat surface, and now I have all these chunks. So I got to get rid of these chunks before I can move on to anything further. Okay, silver it is. I have no more gray paint, so I'm going to have to use silver. I'm going to have to paint the whole thing over because, the silver and the gray isn't the same color, but it'll be fine. I'll just do two coats, front and back, of silver. I want to make sure I smooth down all my brush strokes, so that's really important to have a flat surface. Okay, guys, I've got two coats of paint on my silver. I painted it front and back. I let it cure for a long time, well, almost a whole day. And the last thing that I done was I laid it out on top of my car to really let the sunlight really dry it up. So because I'm going to little scuff sand it, that way it's not a lot of brush strokes and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do now. Just real light. Get that paper that stuck to it. Oh, it doesn't take much. It's going to take the paint completely off right there, but maybe it'll look distressed, or maybe I can use that for the back. It is the back, actually. So, just taking down the brush strokes. Okay, guys, so let's go on with the project. Stenciling brush from
from Dollar Tree. Let's see if I can scooch it out a little bit. Okay. I ain't got to worry about being in frame so much. This is just a stencil brush I'm going to try. I got some other brushes if I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of paper to put under my project just so if I go outside the line or whatever, I won't get my backboard messy and distracting. Like I already have a lot of stuff on it, but I like to use it over my dining room table, which is wood colored. Let's see. On the edge, there you go. It's wood colored. I'm going to be using these paints. But I got this piece of foam board here, so it'll be brighter. The light will reflect from it more and all that. So, okay, let me turn you down here. So, get everything situated. Now I'm going to do a ladybug saying on here. My mom and I, Kathy and I, are doing a challenge for ourselves that we won't go out and buy anything. So, as tempting as it was to go run to the Dollar Tree and buy some red and black vinyl, and then I could just put the vinyl on here, the easier project. I'm not doing that. I'm actually going to stencil in. I had yellow, silver, orange, blue, no red, and no black. So here we go. We're going to go with this. Shake up my paints here. Put some out. My paints are kind of old and kind of globby sometimes. I need to use these so I can buy some fresh. Oh gosh, it's just not wanting to come out. Can you guys see that? It's just globby. It's just dried paint. Alright, there we go. Now we got some. Now I got messy fingers. Okay. So, you know, when you're stenciling, when you cut something on the Cricut, you have inside pieces. Like, this is what you want to use if you're going to do a stencil. But the what you took out is what you want to use if you just want to use it like a sticker. So, I'm using a stencil. Now I got to try to figure out how I want to put this together. This is the face, so it'll go after this is already placed. I think the big one is going to be the first thing I'll place, and then these should be able to set like right over top. These are the little antenna and the face and the antenna, so I think I'll be able to paint over that. Hopefully, cross my fingers, the paint won't pull up when I remove the vinyl. So, alright, so the first one we're going to set down is the big main part here. I can already see I have some wrinkles in here. Let me pull you in. See the wrinkles? So I'm anticipating trouble, but we'll see how it goes. Try to get it as center as possible. I got 2 holes here. I want to make sure my 2 holes are at the top. And then, let's see, just try to get it as straight as possible. Okay. What I'm judging off of is these 2, just a little, these 2 dips right here. I'm judging, it's kind of going, let me use a straight edge here. This is a straight edge. kind of going from that dip across to this dip. That straight edge is not long enough, so I'm going to use one of these pieces of paper. Alright, from that corner to that corner, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, all the bottoms of the letters is kind of touching it. Like the U's touching the E and the E. So, I think, just by my weird way of measuring, I think it'll be just fine. Now, I also want to see that I have the same amount of space from here to here as I have from here to here. And to me, it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that in place the best I can. Use my little Cricut tool. Kind of move up and out. Not too hard, I don't want to scratch my paint. But mindful of this mess I have right here. I don't know if you can see because of the ring light. Try to bring it closer, baby. Too close. I don't think you'll be able to see either anyway. Now I'm going to push it down the best I can. I have the air bubbles off into this dark spot here. Where are you? The air bubbles here. So they're not affecting my design right there or right there. So I'm not going to fuss with them too much. But I just want to make sure it's down. This board was from the Dollar Tree. It was actually a Thanksgiving one from either last year or even the year before that. I've been cleaning out, moving my craft room. It's kind of been everywhere, a little bit of everywhere. And I'm making me a dedicated craft room now, so I'm trying to go through everything. I found boxes of stuff that hasn't been used, so that's where I got this. Now, you can tell it's Dollar Tree material because it's kind of flimsy, thin, and bowed, but that'll be okay. I think when it's hanging on someone's wall, it's not gonna matter much. Alright, so I need to do something else with this light. Let me see if I turn it off, what's gonna happen. It might be better just to do it by the lamp, but let's see if I can turn it down or something. Alright, I'm going to leave it on low light until I get this blue off here, and I think after that it'll be better to turn it back on. Okay, now my blue vinyl is down, so hopefully this sticks okay. It doesn't look like it's gonna. So let me try to peel right off. So this could be interesting. My transfer tape is a lot stronger than the vinyl sticky, so it's going to want to pull it off. But you just take your time and do the best you can. like to use my transfer tape several times. So, it's ready for use. Alright, I want to make sure I get this down, down, down. It does not seem to be wanting to stick very well, which is going to open the door for bleeding under the letters and stuff. So I'm really going to have to be careful when I do my stenciling. Now, I'm doing all this in black, and the part of the ladybug that is showing in black, I'll do the hearts in red, and I will do the leaves or the grass in green. I forgot my green, so I'll have to pause you when it comes to that time, and I'll go get some. But for now, let's do some black. Just going to do a light pounce. And hope I don't bleed under. Okay. Now, it's becoming clear I need a thing of water for my paintbrushes. I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to go get the green for these and the tan for my... I need a tan for the face. And then I'm also going to need like a... I think it was a gray, some kind of gray. Maybe I'll try to get that same silver I have in the background to do the little antenna ends. So, I'll be back. Okay guys, I've got a green, I've got a beige, light beige, I've got the silver for the antenna, so this should be all I need. I went ahead and grabbed some apple barrel white, but I don't know if I'll need white yet. Just dabbing it on, try to pounce so it doesn't bleed under. Sometimes it just does bleed because I can be so careful, do several light coats, and it still goes under the vinyl. I mean, the vinyl just, it does not stick very well sometimes to certain things. Sometimes the vinyl sticks too well and it pulls up your base paint color. Okay, that's all painted, so gonna see what it looks like. I see some bleed. I'm just gonna stick that down right there somewhere so I can grab another edge. Yes, I see some bleed on the green and the red. The black looks pretty good. But let me bring you in here closer so you can see what I see. So the green bled through. It's not bad, but I'll probably have to go through with a fine brush and some silver and try to touch that up. Sometimes that makes it look worse than leaving it alone. And then here's the red hearts, they bled. And the other green. But you can see the black did pretty good. Even on the letters. So Could it potentially be the difference in this stencil brush, which I did use for the black? So I used that for black. And the black turned out better. I used smaller brushes just because when I'm bouncing around, like the black is so close to the green and I want to bounce around all these bristles, I was worried it would kind of cross-contaminate the colors. So I chose a smaller brush and it bled. So I'm thinking maybe if I'd have used this for all the colors, it would have been better. So from now on, I'm going to just use this brush and see how that goes. Now, let's see if there's anything we can do, because this is the next biggest piece. And I assume it has to sit right on there. And where some of this is still wet, I don't know if that's going to work. So while that's drying, I'm going to take out my bits and pieces here. Now this S, I lost the little dot like this one, so I'm going to have to go back with a little bit of silver paint and put that back in there. This T should have had one in it, I'm sure, so I'll just put a dot of silver paint in there too. Sometimes it's hard to keep a hold of all those little pieces. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys. I just realized the Cricut cut that not the right way. Like, I guess I was supposed to cut that apart and put that. It should say, I just really like ladybugs, okay? So now what? No matter how careful you try to be with your project, you know, there's always one more thing to check. Okay, guys. I'm going to have to think this through a little bit. See what... Oh my gosh. How many people... leave a comment below if you seen that. Like, oh, I'm sure everyone's seen that because you would have read it to see what it said. Oh my goodness. Okay. I just put it straight on there like it was all okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So, there are no problems, only solutions. So I can go over this with silver maybe and cover that ladybugs okay, and then try to bring it down here. I'll have to cut another one on the Cricut. Unless, if I put the vinyl down here and kind of brushed over it with maybe some ombre black or something. I wonder if it would show up. Or black and red, or... Oh, I don't know. Oh man, that sucks because it was looking so cute. I can't believe I didn't catch that. Okay, so we're going to see if we can turn this into a happy mistake. If not, then... well, I'll show you anyway, but it's a lesson for everyone to make sure that you... the Cricut changes the words around like that because you can get more cuts on, you know, on that vinyl. So I knew it done that at the time 2 days ago when I cut it. And I knew I was going to have to cut that apart and position it. So I was okay with that. But today I was just concentrating on where they all go and in what order and all that, that I wasn't paying attention to that. So, all right, there we go. So we'll figure out something. I don't know what yet. All right, I think this face can come out. Oh, look at the little freckles. I love that. Okay, I think that's everything. So I could probably put the face down. I better cut that a little better. a little closer. Okay. I'm going to cut that off too so it doesn't get over on my green, hopefully. Alright, let's see here. Well, I can see a problem with my freckles here. Apparently, I did not keep the freckles. Let me bring you in here. Okay, so with the Cricut done on this one, it should have the yellow freckles to hide those freckles. Looks like one of the eyes are off a little bit, but that's okay. I can come back in even with a fine tip Sharpie or something and fix all that. So I'm just going to keep all that the way it is. All right, so let's get these off of here. Stay down, smiley face. I can even move these around now if I want. We are going to use the stencil brush. Those freckles were too cute, and I'm just saying. It's going to take 2 coats also. Pouncy, pounce, pounce, pounce. Okay. It looks almost like it's covering, but I can see the black underneath. So, I guess I better wait for it to dry a little bit. While we talk about this mistake, yeah, I mean, what's the chances of the silver paint covering that black? I guess we'll have to see. It'll probably take several coats. All right, well, let's do some. Oh, and the words are raised. I don't know if I'll cover my mistake or not. Can't believe that. Do you crafters have days like that where you just do silly stuff? It's almost like I need something here now to cover. I wonder if I could cover it all over and then use these vinyl stickers to put down and then like kind of paint over it all green. So the bottom half here is going to kind of be like green, but the letters will be through it. Maybe I should try that because I don't think this is going to cut it. All right, we'll try that. Y'all convinced me. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to put another coat on here. Another coat on the face, maybe. I don't know. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, so that eyeball was off a little center, so I'm gonna have to fix that and put the little dots both back in it. The cheeks are what I thought was antenna. These I thought went right on top of the antennas, but no, it's apparently cheeks. So I'll probably use like a lighter version of this for cheeks later, but gotta get this dried first. So I'm gonna take this to the hair dryer and dry this real good and then see where we're at. I'll be back. So this looks, a lot shinier and a lot smoother because it's got so much paint caked up here. I'm gonna try to, I can still see where the words were before, I think just because it has a couple layers of paint there. Just wanna try, oh my goodness, maybe I shouldn't use to do real lightly. Alright, that feels smooth, so hopefully when I paint back over it, it will not be raised anymore. Okay, so does it go like so? Or does it go like so? What in the world? Oh my gosh. It's because it was on the wrong side. Oh my gosh, another mistake. Like, this project is blowing my mind right now. So I put it on the transfer tape, but I put the sticky on the wrong side of the transfer tape. So now that super sticky vinyl has that on the back. Tell you what. Now, options are at this point, I think, is either just punch it through or just color that in with something. I can just use the artist brush, I think, and just color it in. And I'll just mix a little bit of white with our red to make some pink. Zoom y'all in just a little bit. Oh no. Alright, so I mixed up some red and white, mostly white, a little bit of red gives you a pale pink. Let's do these cheeks. Alright, so that's got the cheeks. Oh, he's looking so cute. Now I'm going to come back in with my black. Alright, now I'm going to go hit the blow dryer again. Just try to make sure all this is dry before I do any more stenciling. This has been quite the project. Okay guys, I'm back. It's dry and it's feeling pretty good. I'm liking it. Okay, next I'm going to, well, let's go ahead and get the shell on. That's the one last thing. The ladybug will be done. So what we're going to do, oh my gosh, don't tell me I did the same thing. I cannot believe this day. I mean, everything. I have done everything wrong. I actually know how to craft, believe it or not. Oh my gosh, and look, I lost a fingernail somewhere. I might need to go to bed. Start over.
Just like start over in the morning.
Oh man. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Now, where the paper is, it's not going to stick. So I'm going to have some touching up to do. I already know it. So it is what it is. It'll be alright. So let's lay you right here. Really? Alright, we're gonna let that dry a minute. And now, with this, we're actually gonna cut it apart. Like we should have. First time, oh, zoom out. Too close. Personal space. Alright, so this should have said, I just really like ladybugs, okay? I really am not doing this on purpose, y'all. Like, I'm usually better,
You're usually really good at crafting.
usually a little more graceful. I don't know what's up. Okay. I kind of like it in blue.
Me too.
We could just leave it instead of trying to paint green.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were doing.
No, I was going to paint down like half of it in green and then remove the letters and it would be silver.
I like it like that.
But I kind of like it like that too. I mean, you really can't. It's hard to tell that it's blue if you didn't know it was blue ahead of time. May leave it. I ain't got a dot for my eye though. Alright, so let's go over our red again. Get our second coat. Gotta have a nice pretty red shell. Alright, I think it's going to need another coat still, so let that dry a little bit. And we'll just wait it out just a little bit. It's looking good though. I'm liking it. Liking it. So Henny's trying to cut us a dot for our eye. It's probably be very complicated. You want to hold it with this? Hey, it looks good.
Is that fine? You
I don't know. Let's see what it looks like on there.
use it if it doesn't.
Okay, let's see.
It looks kind of.
Hey, looks good. Oh,
Oopsie. Yeah, I kind of stuck to my fingers every time. But
maybe it was upside down.
I think it was. There you go.
There we go. We'll use it. We like it.
Okay.
All right, that was another problem solved. Okay. So I probably will have to, after this is done, Mod Podge over these letters. You know, the surface isn't really smooth. It's like that chipboard or something you get from Dollar Tree. So it's the letters aren't really good on there. And I think I could pull them right up, but oh no!
What?
Got it in the red paint over here. I'm telling you, I need to hurry up with this project so, so I can be done. Stop making all these mistakes. I had another project, but I don't know if I want to tackle it or not today. I may have to wait till tomorrow after a good night's sleep. Okay, let's see how bad this is.
Cute.
Okay, so that's better. I haven't got the freckles completely covered because I'm going to go back and put them on. It's just I didn't want them as big as what they were. I just want them like barely dots the way they were in the beginning before I painted over them. So, all right, guys. So this is what it is. It has been one error after another, but this is what it is. The only thing don't have are these itty bitty freckles. Oh, ain't she so cute? So glad to get that much done. Gosh, hope the next project ain't that hard. I've learned a lot of lessons here. Okay, guys, now let's finish up this ladybug. I am going to try to make a messy bow. I've got a bunch of different kinds of fabric here. This feathery looking one here. Okay, next we need a hanger. So I have to use this lighter colored string, but it's okay. We're done. So zoom you out. You can see what he looks like, she looks like, whatever. And I'll go take a few pictures of it hanging on the door. I may shoot some hairspray to that bow because it's out of control. So, but I like it. I think it turned out good. Thanks for watching, guys.